So you can just ignore the camera there.
I'm used to being ignored. I don't take it personally.
Well, this is good that we're getting all together because I haven't seen some of y'all in a little while. I see Jelani all the time. One of the reasons we wanted to get together tonight isn't just to shoot this video, but to talk a little bit about, to have Rodney and I talk a little bit about, what we're working on for this summer's program. And this, oh, look at that, wow.
Yeah, I want to have, capture a lot of new.
Bloomberg's kids just aren't learning.
That's from 2011.
Has it changed?
No.
No.
So I want that to be somewhere in some of our
Yeah.
publicity and public relations of why we exist.
Yeah.
That was 2011.
So, let's start with Will, because Will has been here since the start, and he knows a lot about why we even started this whole project. So, Will, can you talk a little bit about Paul Robeson High School and why we started the Freedom School?
Yeah. When I first entered Paul Robeson High School, everything was going well and stuff, but until the principal changed, everything started going down the road. He started putting on rules, lots of rules and regulations that the students didn't like, and then we used to be speaking out about it. And then until my junior and senior year, that's when things started to get out of hand, and then the student government decided to step in and do something about what was happening to the schools, the public schools, our schools and other public schools as well. And we get help from Justin and radio. And as time goes on, we visit meetings and rallies and speak out, let our voices be heard, let the people know what we want, what is happening in our school and in the schools in the community. During the summer of last year, we come together and open up the Paul Robeson Freedom School, which serves kids aged 8 to 11 in the summer, and they run for like about 6 or 8 weeks. And during the program, we teach the kids about what is going on, help them in subject areas like math, English, reading, and social studies, and enlighten them about what is going on in the world and our community.
Beautiful. So, Rodney, do you want to pick up a little bit on, what the first year was like and sort of, the challenges we faced and also, what the successes were in our first year?
Yeah, the first year was really interesting because parents in the community asked us to come into the Paul Robeson Paul Robeson School, public high school, to help out the students. And what happened was, in engaging with the students, the Paul Robeson Freedom School was created because the public school was not offering the students anything what they really needed to help them grow. So to answer your question, the difference, what was your question again?
No, the first year of the Freedom School,
Yeah.
Like successes and struggles.
Yes,
it was a
okay.
learning experience for sure. Right?
Well, the successes was the public, the people who came and supported us. They came out of nowhere. They from the internet, they heard about us, people came to help out. The difficulty was I think the most struggling part was probably, I think maybe some days it was just maybe transportation issues. It wasn't much trouble, I must say that. but if anything, it was probably transportation. We couldn't always get transportation the way we wanted it together. So that was not major, but if anything that didn't go well, sometimes transportation. We didn't have it together one way or the other, but we worked it out. We did a lot of trips. So, and waiting for parents.
Yeah.
And that probably was the most difficult, waiting for parents and children to show up.
Yeah.
I don't think the transportation issue was that much of a problem, but just waiting for parents was it, and we did community nights, a lot of really good communal things that needed to be done in public schools that we're doing it. We were doing it. So that's what I have to say right now.
Yeah. And one thing that was really important was the food element, the eating together, communal eating. Every day we would have fresh cooked meals. I remember in the beginning we went over to the public school nearby and it was not so good, and then we decided that we were going to commit to every day cooking our own food, and some days the students would cook and some days the staff would cook, but always, or both, right? But always there would be fresh cooked food on the table for lunch. We would eat together, and some days
the students would be very mad at you when they want to go to the store.
Yeah, that's right. And I'd say, no, you can't go to the store because we're cooking our own food right here.
That was difficult.
What?
And we
had a professional chef who we hope to have again this summer, and also sometimes it wouldn't just be lunch; we'd have dinner together too.
Right.
And I think that was one of the most important parts of the school was having those community dinners every Wednesday night. And it was tough to commit to doing that every Wednesday night. We had to commit our schedules, the kids had to commit, and the parents had to commit. But it was so important to have that component, because it made the school more than just a daycare center, more than just a day program, but really a community space where people could come in who were, they couldn't commit to being there every day, but they would come once a week on Wednesday night and barbecue with us and hang out with us and talk with us. And I think that was for me, that was the most important part of the first year of the Freedom School, being together in that space.
I agree.
On Wednesday nights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's what we hope, to enhance this year.
Yeah, it's going to get even bigger this year,
That's the hope. Bigger space, we
We're
occupy
growing,
space.
we're
The
growing.
only limit is the space.
Look at our space now we have to work with. So
Yeah.
we are definitely growing.
And Jelani, you're our Dean of Liberation. Talk to us about being the dean and discipline issues.
Well, there's two things with that. It's a few things with that. First, when I heard about the idea, you guys brought it up, and you said, "Well, Jelani, I need you a part of that," and I didn't hesitate to be a part of that. I understood in the beginning just the outreach was an issue. People just even understanding the concept of the Freedom School, we had to explain that. No, it's only $10. No, it's only $10. Just bring your child. They thought it was some type of game or somebody was trying to get them to commit to something that wasn't good for their children. For $10 a week, they couldn't believe it. So overall, the outreach to the neighborhoods, which I thought was very effective. As the school moved forward, I thought the activities were amazing. All project-based learning. If you wanted to learn about food, healthy, nutritious food, you grew. We went to the farms. You had the kids go to the farms. The children go to the farms, pick their food, and cook their food. Kiona, I didn't know what Kiona was until, the Paul Robeson Freedom School. My daughter, she knows what it is. She said it, right.
Quinoa,
because she was there. So me just participating in ensuring a certain quality control that was already there was key. And the children understood, being brought up on current events of what was happening in the OWS movement, but also locally around their areas, how these issues affected them and their parents. They truly understood what corporate greed was and how that affected them down to their level. I think that was very important. My daughter, my nieces, my nephews came, and every day they came home with a different story about what they did, and they loved it. My nephew was from Florida. He came up. He's from Brooklyn, but he lived in Florida. He came up, and he just loved attending the Paul Robeson Freedom School. And we need to just make sure that this is something that's continuous. I think one of the hardships of the school was just maintaining the space and environment, saying that we're going to be here for long term. I think that
continuity,
I think that affected a little bit of the deliverables to the students and even to the staff. But I thought that we did the best that we could given the situation that we're in, and that kind of culminated with the last fundraiser.
Yeah.
With the brother
Stokey
doing
Kenyatta.
Stokey Kenyatta doing
Yeah.
the performance of Paul Robeson, which was great, which was a great turnout. I
Yeah.
mean, so I think that people, as they came and got involved in the schools, students and parents alike, and staff alike, they understood that this was something that was needed. It was needed in more than just this space. It needed to be replicatable, and it was a great tool for the youth over the summer. And so, blessings to the Paul Robeson Freedom School for that. And
Now, if you were the department, if you were the Department of Education, what grade would you give the Paul Robeson Freedom School?
I would give Paul Robeson Freedom School, and because I'm into quality control, I give Paul Robeson Freedom School a B. I would give Paul Robeson.
That means they'll shut us down in 3 years. So we're good.
No, I give Paul Robeson.
They'll put a charter in with us. So.
Well, the thing which was so funny is because the students were learning, so they would come home and challenge their parents
Yeah.
to some ideology, and almost got in trouble for the stuff that they was learning.
Yeah, I know.
But that was the whole key.
Yeah.
Is that students are learning and they're understanding that there's this whole world out there, and everything that they see on TV is not actually real news.
Yeah.
And there's things happening around them that actually affect them. And more importantly, they can actually do something about them.
Yeah.
And they had the concrete actions and the steps to do something about them. So the Paul all my family members that attended the Paul Robeson Freedom School had excellent years so far this year in their educational grades and their scores. So I attribute that definitely to attending Paul Robeson Freedom School and streamlining and helping them define how it is to be a good student and an excellent student and what that means.
Thank you. Let's hear from the youth. Talk to us about your experience when you came to the school.
Well, at first I didn't know anybody but my cousin, but then I got to know everyone as I kept coming, and it was really fun because we got to cook our own meals because I like to cook, and I liked socializing with others, especially since some were older and some were younger than me, so I was like in the middle. And yeah, it's a really good experience there.
What does the word freedom mean to you?
Well, freedom means like you can do anything that you really put your mind to. Not like you can't do everything, but like certain things that you want to do, you can try to accomplish your goals.
Beautiful. Anything else you want to say? Well said.
Yeah, well, you got to
That's really
take me
good.
and say some other stuff too.